What's up, everybody? Joe White here. So the big story in the wrestling world right now is Naomi and Sasha Banks walking out of Monday Night Raw over creative differences. You know, I gotta say, this is not a work. From what I've been told, it's not a work. From what I read, it's not a work. They walked out because they didn't like their creative. Now, whether it be they were going to split them up, or whether it be, you know, Naomi was going to pin Sasha and go on to face Bianca Belair, nobody knows 100% for sure. But WWE releasing a press release definitely is out of the ordinary for them. And I'll tell you the reason why they're doing this. You got the upfronts in Hollywood that are happening right now. The upfronts. What are the upfronts? Well, this is where all the major networks gather and hold big press conferences. If you're in the video game world, it's like the E3 for television networks. Here's what's coming up. Here's what we've scrapped. Here's what's, happening in the world. Here's what we already have. If you got it, flaunt it. That's what they're doing. WWE is rumored to be trying to, at the upfronts, present themselves in a more sport-like manner. Why is it acting like my screen is being clicked? It's not. Anyway, they're trying to be presenting themselves in a sports-like manner. So they release a press release, and this is the same kind of press release like, I don't know, Maciel Puig of the Dodgers. Let's say he walks out due to the fact that the coach wants to put him in the batting order, 8th. So he goes to the coach, he goes to the general manager, and neither one budge. You're batting 8th. So he walks out. And not only is Maciel Puig breaching his contract, but the Dodgers are going to do a press release going, hey, he didn't want to bat 8th, so he took his ball and he went home and he acted unprofessionally. So is it characteristic of WWE to do this? Yes, but I can see why they've done it. You got the upfronts happening. You got TV contracts coming for renewal. They want to act and put out there that they know how to handle their business. That when they have a person who's straight up, or a talent that straight up walks out and is unprofessional, we're going to call them out on it the same way a sports team would. Now, as far as the Sasha Banks and Naomi side of the story, I think Naomi's going to be welcomed back with open arms. I think Naomi's going to realize, hey, I made a mistake. Also, I think the Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns connection saves her ass, really. So she'll have a little bit of residual heat, but that'll go away, because all they got to do is Roman Reigns walk in there and go, hey, if you don't invite her back, I'm walking too. And there you go. Sasha Banks, however, is a totally different story. Way different. Sorry, guys. Way different from the standpoint of, golly, what are they doing? Did a truck tip over at the rest area? Sorry, there's a rest area over here, and they got a crane being hooked up to a truck. Oh, no, they're doing work on a sign over here. Whoa, Nelly. Sorry, I'm trying to pull into a rest area here. Anyway. So, you got, the Sasha Banks thing. And I'll agree with this. Sasha Banks should be pushed way more than she has been. Sasha Banks should be the face of that division. No doubt. However, she, for some reason, right before WrestleMania, she was supposed to be in that match with Becky Lynch, or SummerSlam, I should say, and she no-showed there. Took her ball and went home there. So this is not the first time that Sasha Banks has walked out. Do I think they should let her go at this point? Yes. It's very clear WWE does not want to push her. It's very clear that WWE does not care that she's in The Mandalorian. First off, they're not fans of Disney, so why would they push a show on Disney Plus like that? People need to sit there and get that through their heads. WWE and Vince McMahon do not get along with Disney. They never have. They see Disney as big-time competition. But I think that Banks is gone. I think Sasha Banks may be gone here. If she does return, we're going to get more of the same. They're not going to push her the way they should. She's a star. And they don't see her as such. It's obvious they don't see her as such. So that's my thoughts on the whole thing. I think Naomi will be back in a week. If not, maybe this Friday. And Sasha Banks will go away for a few months, and one of two things will happen. Either she'll get released. Well, one of three things will happen. Either she'll get flat out released, or they'll park her and park her contract. Because mental health. This has nothing to do with mental health. This has something to do with you don't like what they told you to do, so you went home. They'll blame it on mental health and park her ass indefinitely, and she'll be bound by this contract, and she'll have to, if she wants out of it, she'll have to take him to court. Or three, she comes back, has a ton of heat on her, and just gets flopped around like she has been. It's a shame. This whole thing is a shame. Both sides of it, is it unprofessional to walk out? Yeah, it really is. It really is. At the end of the day, it's a show. It's not real. They give you a job to do. You go out there and do the job. I mean, there are a million wrestlers out there right now, independent wrestlers, who would walk like a duck and squawk like a monkey, or if WWE wanted them to, because they're on WWE TV doing it, and they're getting paid doing it. Are WWE wrestlers underpaid? Yes, they probably are, but guess what? It's better than shoving nuggets in a deep fryer at McDonald's. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the subject, guys. I'll have more about this later on if I need to. I'm going to have a video coming out where I have another crazy booking idea. It's going to be crazy. I mean, way crazy. I'll say way crazy. Until then, if you see a big rig on the road, give us lots of room out here. Do not tailgate us. If we signal that we need to get over, let us over. If you can't see our mirrors, we can't see you, and we'll see you down the road.